Good evening, everyone. How are
Good
you?
morning, Deborah. It's actually morning over here.
Hello, Deborah. Good morning. I
Hello.
wanted to know why you didn't attend last week's meeting to discuss the project for the Congolese airport.
Yeah, I mean, we had a meeting scheduled, planned, and once again, it's either you're showing up late or you're not showing up at all. Like, what's the deal?
Well, to be honest, to get to your point, James, first of all, that meeting, I think you guys scheduled it between the both of you because I was advised, like I was notified about the meeting extremely late. And it doesn't seem like you actually realized that there's a 7-time difference between Dallas and Kinshasa. So if you plan things spontaneously, it's very difficult for me to actually be able to join.
Yeah, and I completely understand that, but the problem is things happen. Like, we have to be at spontaneous to get this done, and now we're about to lose this project.
Bad news, and I was actually about to get to that. We've already lost it. We've
Perfect.
lost the.
Thanks a lot, Deborah. Thanks a lot.
Deborah,
I,
you were the main person responsible for this project.
Hold on, Carlos. Hold on, Carlos. Deborah, what do you mean we lost it? When were you going to communicate that to us? How long ago did this happen? Did you just find this out?
yes, the representative confirmed it this morning.
And you're just now telling us this.
It happened this morning. It is the
Oh.
morning over here.
Oh, okay. And it's night, like you said, over there, right? So you had
Sorry?
all this time to tell us, but you didn't? This is exactly what we're talking about. How you failed to communicate things to us. You failed to bring things to our attention on time. And now we've lost the project. Thanks a lot.
Well, the exact same way that you think that everything is on my fault is my fault because of the time difference, I can actually say that about you. Like, for example, James,
Oh,
I needed the financial documents on time, and you did not deliver them to me on time. Like, there's that spontaneous. We can't be spontaneous. We need to be more coordinated, and that is what's
I'm sorry.
missing.
Let me stop you right there. Did you honestly just say we lost the project because of me? Are you outside of your mind?
We lost the project because of our lack of coordination, and you cannot just pin it all on me. That just cannot. We did not lose the project because of me. That is just
Carlos,
unfair.
what are we going to do about this?
I really don't know.
I mean, Deborah, do you see how you've been like the weakest link throughout this entire process?
Wow. Wow.
You know what? I'm done, guys. I'm done. Thanks a lot. Carlos,
Wow.
I got to take a break. Deborah, thanks for nothing.
Not for me, you guys would have not even like been in Kinshasa.
Oh, okay, great. So
it's just, wow.
let me make this point really quick. You just said if it was not for you, we would have never been there. But because of you, we lost the project. So what good were you anyway? Thanks a lot.
Wow.
I'm done. You'll have a great afternoon or evening or morning, whatever you want to call it. I don't care. I'm done. Well, thank you for showing up late, Jose.
Well, man, I'm sorry. I was in a meeting with Tim. What do you want me to do?
I understand that, but we also need to be considerate of each other's time here. Okay? We're running a company. So I'm actually glad you're late so I can tell you about your person, Deborah.
Oh, Deborah, I like Deborah. I've known her for years now.
Yeah, well, and I know y'all are friends and that's good and all, but she just cost us our account in Africa for our project over there. Right? And I believe part of that is because you have failed to hold her accountable for not being here on time, which clearly you have a problem showing up on time too.
Well, James, you know, international accounts are very difficult, and there are many things going on, so I don't think it's just fair to blame Deborah for what's going on over there.
Well, of course you wouldn't think it's fair. You're showing up late too. So...
James, the problem of this organization is not that I show up late because I was in a meeting with Tim, or that Deborah was showing up late. You know, people in Congo love Deborah. You know, the Prime Minister loved Deborah in Congo. You know it.
Yeah.
I think the problem of this organization is that you're not telling me what's going on in your meetings with your team.
So are you trying to say that I'm withholding information from you?
Yes, you are.
I don't know if that's true. How would you possibly?
Well, did you tell me when our accounts were low back in January?
No.
We needed to come up with a contingency plan and we had to ask money to the bank just to get the project going. I didn't know that. I needed to know.
Okay, well, I told you I had that under control, and so I wasn't withholding information from you purposely or intentionally, but there were some things that needed to happen to actually make that process go, and at that point, your team could not have done anything. In all honesty, every time I do try to share information with you, you don't do anything with the information that I share. So this isn't just my fault here.
Okay, I don't know. I think Deborah is a great project manager.
You would think Deborah was
we
a
will
great
have
project
to-
manager, but she costed us this account, Jose, and I think you need to recognize that.
It's all your fault, James.
You know what, Jose? I'm absolutely done talking to you, alright? Because literally every time I try to
Come on.
No, I'm serious, bro. This is literally the last time that I'm dealing with you.
Come
No,
on.
I'm serious. I'm absolutely
Hey,
serious.
James, you know what?
What's
I'm out of here.
Oh! Are you serious right now?
Hey James, how are you doing today?
Thomas, man, I'm frustrated, but I'm good. How about you?
Pretty good, pretty solid. You know, what seems to be the problem?
Man, I'm glad you asked. Like, we've got this Congolese project that we just lost in Congo. And I personally believe it's because Deborah has been showing up late to the meetings, and Jose, they're friends. She reports to Jose, and I feel like he's just letting her do whatever she wants, and now we've lost our project, and I really feel like it's their fault.
Okay, yeah, so this has been an issue. I actually talked to Jose about this earlier. And first I just want to start off, where do you see yourself fitting into this issue?
I don't think I'm doing anything wrong. I'm doing everything right.
Okay, now I understand, you may feel that way, but I always think it's best to start by, looking at yourself and holding yourself accountable first. So
Okay?
I guess, let's just start with, how do you think you've been communicating with the team? Have you been setting clear goals and deadlines?
I have been trying to set clear goals and deadlines, but things have been changing, right? The deadlines have changed. The money hasn't flowed the way that it needed to. We have clear goals, but man, now that you say that, I'm actually, it may be my fault because I would always do last minute meetings, right? So,
Okay.
yeah, that may be my fault. And in all actuality, you asked me how I was communicating with them. This project has stressed me out, so I probably have come off very frustrated and very angry. And they can probably tell that, right? I've got to report to Carlos this bad news, and I'm nervous too.
Yeah, I understand that. I completely understand that. One thing I picked up on was that you said you're calling last minute meetings.
Yes.
And one of your team members, Deborah is in the DRC. There's a big time zone difference, so I think you got to be conscious of that, show some empathy, for her, and consider the time zone difference for meetings. I know you said she was missing some, so.
And that's true. I probably have not been as empathetic as I should be. Again, I feel that this project can really help out our business. And because I'm seeing things not go the way that I had planned it to, I have become less empathetic. So I'll definitely look into that as well.
Okay, that sounds good. And then another question I have for you is, how do you think, accountability has been on the team? You and Jose have both come to me and are kind of complaining about each other in the whole situation, but it doesn't seem like there's, a healthy, you guys holding each other accountable and holding yourself accountable. How do you think that is,
We try to hold ourselves accountable. Jose's not holding Deborah accountable at all. But as we're talking about this, and especially with the shifting of the dates and the timelines, it's hard to hold somebody accountable when you really don't have a clear timeline or a clear goal in place. So there is no accountability, but I guess that also falls on me because I am creating these last minute meetings and the goals are always shifting. But in all honesty, I feel like we have to make changes to get the project done. Am I wrong for thinking that, or?
No, I understand that. I just think, kind of just starts with your communication and communicating those clear goals, and then, implementing them and holding yourself and your team members accountable to that. And, your team members have to hold each other accountable as well, and I think you just need to communicate these issues directly with Jose and then directly with Deborah, and talk to her about the time zone difference and how she's late, and just to make it all work. I feel like there's a major communication issue going on and lack of accountability going on.
Yeah, after having this conversation, I can definitely see that. You're right, Thomas. I'm gonna go back to Jose, and I'm gonna go back to Deborah, and I'm going to be more empathetic about the situation. I'm gonna, show where I have gone wrong, and I'm gonna do a lot better, or make an attempt to be a lot better at communicating the certain aspects that need to be met, and hopefully that will turn everything around.
That sounds great. Let me know how it goes.
Good evening, everyone.
Good morning, Deborah. How are
How
you?
are you?
Good morning, Deborah. What's the
Oh,
update?
good
What's the
morning.
update on the Congolese airport project?
So unfortunately, we lost the project. A representative confirmed it to me this morning.
Are you
So
serious? We lost the project?
we actually lost the project. They chose another consulting firm. over us.
Deborah, I think this has a lot to do with you being late.
Well, to be fair, I will not say that I was not late. I obviously was, and I also lost a few meetings, but that was because those meetings were spontaneously scheduled. And because of the time difference, it was very hard for me to be able to be like, oh, okay, they're having a meeting. Because when you guys were having that meeting, I was either in another meeting in Kinshasa, or I was actually, I guess, sleeping. So
Okay.
I just
Okay, guys.
really,
Guys, I think we need to learn from this failure, and we need to do better next time. We all have mutual accountability here, so we need to brainstorm as a team and together come up with a solution to either regain the trust of the Congolese government and do the airport, or we need to start looking for other projects in the area.
Mhm. So I did have a proposal about that, because I think that our main issue here was the coordination issue. So I think that,
Before you say that, Deborah, I have a quick question. To my understanding, you felt like I was withholding information from you. Is that true?
yes, that is very true. Maybe withholding is a big word, but I definitely felt like the financial documents, the important financial document on the project that I needed to present to the Congolese government were not delivered to me on time. And when I asked for them, at times it was simply not given. So that gave me the feeling as if you were perhaps, and yes, indeed, actually, withholding the documents from me.
Okay.
So, guys, I think in order for us to do a better job giving each other information, I think since Deborah's on the opposite side of the world, we need to come up with a systematic information gathering process in order to always be aware of who in the team knows what, and also in order to avoid repetition and avoid wasting time in our meetings.
Okay.
I agree.
Deborah, first of all, I apologize for not having that information. I will definitely talk to my team members and see where the communication breakdown happened. I will do a little bit more to hold myself and my team members accountable. So if at any point I contributed to us losing this project, I apologize.
Well, thank you, James. That means a lot to me. I definitely apologize on my side, because when there's a bridge in coordination, it definitely comes from both sides. So I was the representative here. So I definitely think that if we are able to schedule our meetings ahead of time, I can definitely jump in, even if it's nighttime or early in the morning. So
Okay.
what I would
And
propose, yes. sorry,
I'll
go
be
ahead.
honest. I need to be a little bit more empathetic to the fact that you are in a different time zone, and coordinating things with you wasn't really my top priority. And I completely dropped the ball on that. So I'll definitely make more of a effort to take your time zone situation into consideration moving forward.
And guys, we
Thank
feel we also need to have a more open communication environment here, and we need to learn to listen to each other and each other's perspectives. And if we want to make constructive criticism, that's fine, but we should never be rude to each other.
Okay,
Yes, that's true.
Carlos, I can take that. I can see
Thank
where
you.
I've let myself go a couple of times, so I appreciate you saying that.
And so I guess that to balance out the bad news that I brought, I can also bring a new opportunity. So the Congolese government is right now seeking for new ways to develop the capital, as we all know, which is why they were trying to build a new airport. But
Okay.
in that same mindset, they actually also want to put in place a metro system in the capital, so in
Okay.
Kinshasa. So that would be a new way for us to actually gain their trust back.
Perfect. Well, guys,
Sounds good, guys.
Deborah, I really appreciate your time. Carlos, thank you for hosting this meeting. I'm going to address those issues with my team right now. I'll carbon copy you on the email, both Carlos and Deborah, to let you know the actions that we're going to take to be all on the same page. And let's strive to make that next project work for us. All right?
Sounds good,
Yes.
guys. Good teamwork here.
Yes. Thank you so much. Thank you again, Deborah, and apologize for everything that I did to contribute to this loss.
No problem. And I apologize on my side as well. We'll
Okay.
do better on the project, on the metro one.
Agreed.
All right, guys. Take care.
Thank you.
Hey, what's going on, Jose?
Hey, James.
Hey, man, I appreciate you showing up on time. I really appreciate that.
Yeah, of course. I'd like to be 5 minutes earlier to my meetings all the time.
Well, I certainly appreciate that, man. Look, I've got a little bit of bad news. The Congolese account, we just lost, right? I personally feel it's because Deborah is not showing up on time to the meetings, which, of course, she reports directly to you, and we're having an accountability issue. How can we resolve that?
Well, you know, James, I've known Deborah for years now,
Okay.
and she's awesome. She's very charismatic. She's very professional, and you know, she knows how to handle the business very, very well. Actually, the Prime Minister loves Deborah.
Okay. I remember you saying that. But again, she's not showing up on time, right? And that's a poor reflection of our company. Is there anything that we can do to ensure that she would actually show up on time? Because she's a very strong player in Congo. I absolutely appreciate that about her. We are needing to really do some things to get this account back. Is there any suggestions that you have to at least getting her to the meetings on time?
Well, yes. What we can do is, I think we have to sit down with her. We have to bring this issue, and we need to come to a resolution. Since the issues are so.
The issues are what?
So what is the thing? Okay, she's my friend, but what are we gonna do?
I mean, there's several things we can do. I guess we can talk to her. I know because we're here in the States and she's in Congo, there's a time difference. It's going to be a little difficult to match our times, but do you believe that the reason why she's late is the possibility of the time difference?
Definitely, you have to understand that she's working in our time zone, so it's very difficult to accommodate to those times. However, that's not an excuse. She has to get the job done, and I think we need to bring this issue and address this issue with her.
Okay.